Leo.
Ready?
Okay, you're live. Go ahead and start talking.
We're here at the Morley Gate in Nogales, Arizona, and there is some movement here. Governor Ducey and DHS Secretary John Kelly have been inside the port of entry. As you can see, the Nogales Police Department is starting its flashing lights. That means that the caravan is getting ready to leave here shortly. Now, Secretary John Kelly, this is part of a 6-hour tour of the border that he is taking with Governor Doug Ducey. From here, he goes to the Mariposa port of entry and then to Border Patrol headquarters. And that's where he'll ask Border Patrol agents about where they think construction of President Trump's proposed border wall should begin. The governor and Secretary Kelly arrived here in Nogales, Arizona at the Nogales International Airport this morning, probably about, I would say, around 9:30 or so. They toured the east desert of Nogales, Arizona. They are now, he also went into, you can see right here, this is the border wall that they have, and a little further in is like an entrance, a doorway. They went inside that doorway, and I believe that goes down into the tunnels that are underneath the port of entry, Nogales. They were in there for a while. I think they were probably looking at the infrastructure, and also it is, at least in times past, it was fairly easy for people to use those underground drainage to cross illegal goods, to cross people across into Nogales, Arizona. Again, I see some movement straight ahead. Now, it's our understanding that Secretary Kelly says that he wants closed borders and a stricter vetting process for all people entering the country, especially refugees. Now, earlier this week, Kelly said in a congressional hearing that the border wall construction would be done in pieces. So I'm sure he's here gathering information about this and how easy that is or how difficult it will be. I do see some movement here, and I think that was Governor Ducey that just walked through. He's wearing a blue shirt, and they're all getting into the vehicles, and they'll be leaving here onto Mariposa, and then from there to the Border Patrol. We're going to be live here at noon with all the latest information, and tomorrow he will be going to California, to San Isidro. Interesting, there is no media availability for Secretary John Kelly here. However, when he goes to California, he will be doing live interviews with media in California. So we're all wondering what's up with that. Why he's not talking to the media here in Arizona. And this is actually his first stop of a two-stop tour of this border. I can also tell you that building a border wall was a promise of President Trump. This is along the nearly 2,000-mile southern U.S. border, and Nogales, Arizona plays a very, very important role in that. We've got Nogales Police, who is handling his visit and working with the Secret Service and Governor Ducey's detail to make sure that everything runs smoothly. They're blocking off streets, so this is causing a little bit of a stir among the people here who aren't used to having the streets blocked. But because of the situation, it's a necessity to do that. We talked to some of the merchants along Morley Avenue here, and some of them are hoping that this is going to help the economy. Now, we understand that Governor Ducey and Secretary John Kelly will be meeting with law enforcement only. Also understand that all the border sheriffs in Arizona are meeting with him as well. That's 4 of them, the sheriff from Yuma, of course, Pima County Sheriff Mark Napier, and Santa Cruz County Sheriff Estrada, and also Daniels from Cochise County. They will be meeting with the governor and the Secretary of Homeland Security. We see some doors opening, and I'm sure the governor and DHS Secretary Kelly are not far behind. They will be They will be going down Morley Avenue here. And let me just show you a little bit. See how empty this street is over here? And they've got Nogales Police is handling point control. They're handling security. Make sure that they're closing off the streets, blocking them, so that people, there's still movement. People are still coming and going. People still are coming and going from Mexico and into Mexico. And okay, so here he comes. All right, Governor Ducey. This is a 6-hour tour that the governor and that DHS Secretary John Kelly are doing together along the border here. We're going to be live at noon with all the latest information, and also with interviews of what some of the local people here think about this visit. They'll be leaving here and going on to the Mariposa Port of Entry, and of course that's the area where a lot of commercial trucks go in and out of. This is the produce season, and it's a very, very busy port of entry. And then from there, they'll be heading to Border Patrol. And that's where at 2 o'clock, it's my understanding that he'll be meeting with law enforcement, including all the border sheriffs, as well as the police department, police officials here. There he is. There's the governor, and he's in his vehicle, getting ready to leave. It's a busy day for both the governor and for Secretary Kelly. Okay, they are getting ready to leave. There's a caravan that will be taking the governor and Secretary Kelly. There we go. It's on its way to the Mariposa Port of Entry. There's the governor's. There's the governor's car, and quite a few other dignitaries that are following behind. This is a caravan that's going on to, as I mentioned earlier, Mariposa Port of Entry, and then on to Border Patrol. You see Nogales Police, again, making sure that traffic flows smoothly. And we're going to be signing off right now because we've got to get our information together so that we can bring you a live report on News 4 at noon. Reporting live from Facebook, Lupita Murillo, News for Tucson.